Have you ever had one small thing happen, like getting a bill, an email, or text message, and then your brain goes, this is where everything just falls apart? It may not literally say that, but you feel that way. Nothing's actually gone wrong yet, but your body is bracing for impact. And if you're doing life without a safety net, without a backup plan, without money, without a clear way forward, then your brain cannot relax. It starts preparing for a disaster. And I want to be clear, this is not something that I made up. It's something that I've experienced, but also in psychology, it's something called a cognitive distortion. It's a pattern that your brain picks up in unsafe or stressful environments. It starts as protection, but over time it becomes automatic. Catastrophizing is when your mind treats a possible problem as if it is already happening. Your body then reacts before it even shows up. Your chest might tighten, your thoughts start racing, your energy might drop. This is because your brain is trying to keep you alive. This is a self-defense mechanism. The brain's job isn't peace, it's survival. So when you're in high-stress environments, your brain is going to try to protect you. The fear center of your mind, your amygdala, then gets louder than the logical side of your mind. So your brain is going to fill in the blanks with danger. Your body actually shuts down more when it feels judged. And then under chronic stress, your willpower disappears. That's why that one thing can suddenly feel like everything's collapsing. Because after that overload, that one thing that sits on top just crumbles everything for you. Catastrophizing usually feels like replaying scenarios over and over again. You feel frozen and unable to decide what's next. You start preparing for a loss that hasn't happened yet. And you're exhausted by futures that don't even exist now. You've just made it up in your head and you're already trying to prepare for it, so it's overwhelming for you. And again, your body goes into self-defense, which would be the fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. These thoughts that you start having feels like danger is imminent. Now, this shows up a lot with people who think deeply, which is why I'm talking about this subject. People who question systems, people without a safety net, people trying to build a life that makes sense to them in an environment that feels like it's suffocating. Another thing to understand is there's a big difference between planning and catastrophizing. Planning looks like options. Catastrophizing looks like locking into one bad outcome. Planning actually leads to movement, and catastrophizing would lead to paralysis. That means you're going to be stuck. This isn't preparation. It's protection that has gone too far. Preparation focuses on the next realistic step. It doesn't try to solve everything at once. It works with what is actually in front of you right now, not what could happen in the future. Preparation trusts that the future you can handle problems. What helps here isn't arguing with your thoughts or trying to be positive. It's grounding into what's real, what's happening right now, tapping back into your body, into this moment, not what might happen later. It's shrinking the problem to where it feels manageable. It's reminding yourself that it's a thought and not a fact, that you don't need to solve it all today, and that you can handle the next step. Listen, just because your brain is loud doesn't mean that it's right. You don't need to fix your whole life today. One small step is safer than no step at all. If your mind keeps jumping to worst case scenario, it means that you're under a lot of pressure. And pressure changes how your brain works. It's getting cold out here, so I'm going to wrap this up. But this channel is for people who want clarity, not fear. Understanding instead of shame. Safety instead of force. If this resonated with you, go ahead and subscribe, because on this channel is where we go on our self-discovery journey. This is where we learn how to feel safe enough to move forward without pushing ourselves into the ground and actually live life. Instead of surviving, we want to thrive. We're removing ourselves from an old system and stepping into a new one. And remember, you don't need certainty to move forward. You gain clarity as you move. What you need right now is more safety in your body. And this is something that you can learn over time. So again, subscribe to this channel where I talk about this all the time, help us build that safety inside and equip you with the tools so that we can thrive in life, so that we can see a new tomorrow. As always, continue to shine on.